all right, Sunday, it's finally sun's starting to go down a bit. It's finally starting to cool off.
Thank fuck.
The air's cleared a bit. I finally gotten a chance to sit down with one of my good buds. Finally got to meet him in person with fucking all the nonsense we've been dealing with.
Shit.
We've made a lot of friendships online just out of necessity. So this is one of them. This is Garrett. Garrett is the front man for Tides of Caring.
It's true.
Now, not only that, he is one of the future's greatest foot models as soon as he finds the right representative.
Oh, dude.
Those babies.
Those babies. God.
Now, if you've watched any of my live streams, I've had some Tides of Caring fucking videos on the streams, and Garrett's feet are front and center. His vest and chest. He's got that fucking man mane rocking, and he's got them feet up on the fucking monitor, and he grips it with all five.
It always feels good, right?
Oh man, it's the best feeling. Like even just grabbing the dirt right now. Oh, it feels good.
Right?
Yeah.
Garrett,
It feels good to be hanging with you, my man.
you are a fucking sweet treat to behold. You know that?
I appreciate the sentiment, man, and I return it full.
Fucking right.
You know.
Thanks for helping me out with the Iron Kingdom interview.
You know what? It was questions I wanted to hear the answers to.
That's what Trash Talk is all about.
You know.
That's what it's all about.
And that's what I like about, I know you've switched to Twitch or whatever. Twitch, yeah, it's Twitch,
yeah,
right?
that's Twitch, yeah.
And you know what? I'm an old man, so I'm not quite on it yet, and I really enjoyed on the Facebook being able to jump in and be like, okay, but what about this, right?
Yeah.
You know, even like, you were interviewing like Tannis, right? And I was like, but have you tried this beer, right? You know, I enjoy being able to
interact, right?
You know,
Yeah.
and you know, we did our live stream for our album Tynomichy, and one of the funnest parts of that was our talk afterwards, where people asked us questions and we answered them, and it was so much fun because people were asking us absolutely anything. It just fucking off the cuff. What do you think? And we were a couple fucking beers deep.
Of course. Drank them, had a couple of sips, did a couple of things, right?
Yeah, we did.
Might have committed a war crime or two.
Maybe, but only in Bosnia Herzegovina.
Oh,
yeah, you know,
they can stand.
Doesn't count here. Yeah,
They
right?
can stand it to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, just released Tynomichy. Fucking album slaps. How long did you guys work on that for? From like writing the music right down to deciding that that's going to be the album to fucking recording, like.
You know what? It was a bit of a journey in that we went through a bit of a change in the middle of that because we lost our primary songwriter Ryan Riemann, because we're a brothers band, right? We had
You're a unit.
We had Ryan Riemann on guitar, Justin Riemann on guitar, and Cam Riemann on bass, right? And we've lost Cam, or not, sorry, we still have Cam. We've lost Ryan and Justin in the past, 2 years, which has been a big blow. Not gonna lie, I mean, you lose your primary songwriters, and we had this plan for a big concept album, because I like to write a lot of my lyrical ideas before it even comes to me. The music comes to me, right? I have an idea for where I want this music to go in a lyrical journey.
Yeah.
And losing these members, it was, we went from having this idea of doing a 3-part release to
Now we just got to get something out.
We got to get this music out, and it was music we were very proud of. We're happy of what we accomplished. Was it everything we wanted to do? No, but with the challenges that COVID threw at everybody, we did what we had to do, and we are really proud of what we accomplished.
One thing that I always carry in the back of my head when it comes to adversity, like I like to tell people, I've had fucking drug addictions that lasted longer than this pandemic.
Oh, dude, yeah.
It's not like this isn't adversity. This is just something that the whole world's had to deal with. So greatness is forged in the crucibles of war. That means being forced to do something instead of waiting around, and sometimes being forced to do something is the only way that it's gonna fucking happen.
Absolutely, because there's part of it that's driven by that passion. I mean, any vocalist will tell you that the emotion that you feel during the recording process has so much to do with how your performance comes out, right? Like you've got to be just in it and feeling it and passionate about it. And maybe you're angry about the fact that your guitar player just quit and fucked off, right? Whatever it is, you've got to harness that and put it out in this album.
That's what makes a professional creator.
Absolutely. I like, I love reading about albums where they harness this energy, like
Ashes of the Wake by fucking Lamb of God.
I was just thinking about Lamb of God.
When Machine made Randy Blythe do laps around the fucking building and smoke smokes so that they could get that strange fucking gross sound.
I was just thinking about that.
Me and Nathaniel, so I was in a band, my old band, World Class White Trash. We recorded a song called Burning Empire. And it was fucking groovy, bouncy, fucking thrashy, good shit.
It was. Yeah,
I did my vocal tracks with Nathaniel behind the camera here. He runs Octave Studios out of Medicine Hat. So he was doing his recordings in the basement of Liquid Nightclub. He had a studio set up there. He was renting space from the owner. I came down. My ex was pregnant with my daughter at the time. She passed out on the couch at around midnight. Me and Nathaniel went in the closet at midnight, and we didn't come out till 6 in the fucking morning, and that song was done. Yeah. And we both came out sweaty, no shirts on, fucking panting.
Oh, absolutely.
And we got it. We fucking got it. That's actually out on Bandcamp. It's not the same one that me and you did.
No, but it's still what came after it.
Yep.
100%, man. There's got to be an emotional aspect to it to really get you that power. And if you're lacking
if it's not
that,
real,
it doesn't feel.
If it's not real, there isn't going to be a connection.
No.
And you're just creating a product to get it out. You're not really trying to draw or connect with the individuals who can experience how you're feeling through that music and can say that they've shared those experiences as well.
100%.
Real deal.
You know, like for me, this album was a real cathartic thing for me for dealing with a lot of issues in my life, and getting out a lot of. It's like therapy that I'm getting paid to do. Really, it definitely is.
And you've done it without getting paid too, man. I know you fucking have.
I know, okay, I'm paying for it, probably even more than a therapist, right? I'm just hoping that somebody buys this and listens to my therapy sessions. Essentially, is what it is, right?
Spiritually and existentially, you're getting fucking paid, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking right. I can respect that. I'm the same way. I'm kind of a purist that way too. Like, you can fucking buy all the greatest gear, you can have the coolest costumes, you can fucking have all the best riffs from the greatest guitar players, but formulaic creation without any sort of fucking emotional value, any sort of like real piece of me into the art, I'm not gonna say it's gonna flop, because there's been a lot of really fucking like lame formulaic stuff that's kicked off, and all the power to that. We don't acknowledge the things we don't enjoy.
Yeah.
Trash talk isn't about fucking talking shit about the stuff. So
absolutely. Yeah.
So when it comes down to, and I like I said, I do it the same way. It's got to be pure, it's got to be valuable, it's got to be an experience every time so that it can be shared, because time moves forward, it doesn't move backwards. Our lives are all a collection of memories, collection of experiences. So you have to go out and experience those fucking things. You can't watch other people experience it, write a fucking story about it, and then say that you fucking, I don't want people to experience this because I wrote a song about it.
Absolutely. I don't expect a single person that listens to this album to understand the backstory behind it, because there is our Greek mythology theme that is the underlying driver of this, but there's so much personal shit that I put into this album about my own life experiences. This was Tainamiki is a story of a family fight, essentially, right? It's gods versus titans, and people think that, that's gods and titans. No, like, that's a family fucking event. Zeus was Kronos' son, right? And that's a big part of my building to it, is my own fights with my own father, right? And big truck moving by.
Big truck moving.
Oh, yeah. Anyways,
Sorry, buddy. Keep going.
So, you know what? I put so much of my own soul and my own experiences with my own family into it that you know you won't get from the average listener.
I fucking love that, buddy. I knew for some reason I watched the live stream. And I didn't know who you were. I knew your drummer. Shout out to Gord.
Shout out to Gord.
He's a fucking sweet angel. One of my favorite interviews was talking to Gord about him, and I'm a big fan of his Instagram. I'm a big fan.
Sundays
of
are for meat.
If you want the good meats on a fucking Sunday, Sundays are for meat on Instagram. Go check it out.
He'll teach you how to fucking do it up.
Yeah, so I watched the live stream, and I was like, this guy is frontman. This is frontman shit. This isn't just a vocalist. That's a fucking feeling. That's a frontman.
Compliment. I
was like, I gotta meet this guy. And I told Gordon that too. I'm like, I gotta meet Garrett. And then you jumped in for one of the podcasts I was doing. I was like, this motherfucker's right there. Mm-hmm. Now we're finally at this is the beauty of it. This is the beauty of fucking
loud as hell.
Deciding what you want to do with your life and fucking doing it.
Oh yeah.
Diversity, speed bumps, fucking sometimes you get a fucking full-on brick wall, but you still have to learn to navigate it. You got to adapt. You got to make life work for you, not work for your life.
And take that and make art out of it, man.
That's right. Make something tangible that can be experienced by everybody you come into contact with. Enrichment and empowerment.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Fucking right, Garrett.